Hey guys, it's me, Hitgirl aka Bex, and today I'm back with another Titanfall video. Today I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why I think Titanfall is like no other FPS game. If you guys are new to my channel, I played Titanfall last year at EB Expo. The reason why I'm doing this is actually because in my comment section of my Titanfall videos, I realized that a lot of people have been saying like, oh, it looks like this game, it looks like that game. I just want to say that it may look like another game out there, but it really plays like no other FPS. I'll be honest with you guys, when I first played Titanfall, I had zero expectations. I was not expecting it to be good, and I wasn't expecting it to be bad. My friend actually wanted to play Titanfall when we went to EB Expo, and I was like, oh yeah, might as well. I had seen trailers, and I was interested in it, but I wasn't entirely convinced. So I think I'm a pretty good person to be describing why it's like no other FPS game out there, because number 1, I've played the game, and number 2, I literally have nothing to lose if I say that I don't like it. So the first reason is that unlike any other FPS that's available at the moment, Titanfall will be running on the world's most powerful dedicated servers on all platforms that it's available on, which is the Xbox One, 360 and the PC. It runs on Microsoft's cloud servers. When tested, Microsoft's cloud servers are actually number 1 in the world in terms of performance, availability and errors. Microsoft was actually the only provider to achieve 0 read and write errors, so you're literally playing the game on the best servers in the world. What Call of Duty developers are trying to call dedicated servers is actually just the server that finds you the game, so it's for matchmaking. As you can see on the screen right now, at the moment on the Xbox One, the only game that has dedicated support on the Microsoft Cloud server is Forza 5. Another popular FPS game, Battlefield 4, doesn't use Microsoft's cloud servers either, they use EA servers for their game. So what this means is that you'll be playing Titanfall on the world's most powerful dedicated servers, you'll have a more secure experience and a better experience compared to other FPS games out there at the moment. Titanfall also completely reinvents the way you move in an FPS game. They've reinvented the way that you move around the map. In traditional FPS games, all you could do in terms of travelling is running, walking on the ground. Battlefield, you can drive a vehicle. These are pretty traditional and predictable ways to move, and you're really limited to the amount of routes that you can take. In Titanfall, you can literally come from any direction, so being able to jump from building to building, run across walls, or jump on a Titan, hitch a ride on them, means that there's so many more ways that you can travel around the map. It's unpredictable ways to travel, so there's no set routes like in traditional FPS games. The consequence of this means that you're getting rid of being able to predict where people will come from, and being able to predict where people will be coming from is traditionally how people camp in FPS games. Getting rid of predictable paths means that the game encourages movement. It encourages you to experiment with new ways to get from one point to another, and this is something that hasn't been done in other FPS games. So there's also elements in the game that are there to get rid of the traditional spawn-die cycle. That is just not fun in an FPS game. No one wants that. One of the things added in to get rid of this cycle is the AI. They're actually there to make each person's life last longer. What you have to realize before you complain about the AI is that it's not like Call of Duty where, they're literally just standing around when you play on Recruit. The AI in Titanfall have a role in the game. They're low-level soldiers who are always on the ground, and they don't double jump and they don't have weapons to take the Titans down. And they're weaker as well. That's their role in the game. They're low-level soldiers. So it makes sense that they're easier to kill. Because there's AI in the game, it means your life lasts longer than it would if you were just playing a full game with all real people. So it gets rid of the whole you just spawn in and you die, you just spawn and you die loop. Having the Titans there every 2 minutes is another element to get rid of the spawn-die loop. Being able to change it up and jump into your Titan every 2 minutes means that it adds life to your current cycle. Going back to the movement point, Drew McCoy, one of the Respawn developers, has said, "It's not boom, you're dead, because you move so fast. It's not about who aims the fastest, it's about who outmaneuvers the other." So this is another thing that adds to the cycle. It's not like in Call of Duty where you just see someone before you aim, you die. So the next thing I want to talk about is that in Titanfall there are so many ways and possibilities to engage with enemies on the battlefield. In traditional FPS games, it's pretty much like this. You shoot the enemy. Or then you get a kill streak, and that's the variation. In Titanfall, there's so many ways you can kill enemies. I'll just list a couple. So when you're a Titan, this is the number of ways that you can kill a pilot. So you can use your normal Titan weapon to kill a pilot. You can run around and just stomp on enemy pilots to death. You can pull pilots out of their Titan cockpit and just throw them on the ground and smash them to their death. You can even deploy electric smoke when there's an enemy pilot on your back and they're trying to kill you, so you just electrify them to death using the smoke. The ways that you can kill a Titan as a pilot is by deploying your anti-Titan weapon, and you actually can't use this weapon against other pilots. Some people are asking me if you can spam your Titan weapon against other enemy pilots. The answer is actually no. So another way to kill a Titan as a pilot is jumping onto a building, jumping onto the Titan's back and shooting the Titan's brain out. You can jump onto your teammate's Titan, hitch a ride, and then get into a better position so you can use your anti-Titan weapon against the enemy Titan. Or your Titan might be in AI mode, which is guard mode, and it might just be following you around and protecting you. So you can quickly jump into your Titan mid-battle and engage in a Titan and Titan battle. I think that variation in an FPS game is the most important thing, and when things get banal, things get repetitive and boring, it's not fun to play. So I think that the variation in terms of the ways you can engage with an enemy on the battlefield is definitely something that's really different compared to other FPS games. The fact that Titanfall gives everyone a Titan every 2 minutes means that everyone's rewarded and everyone can have fun. That's Respawn's focus in the game, to make a fun game. I think that a lot of people might say, oh, but the whole fun of Call of Duty, for example, is getting the highest kill streak and just dominating on everyone. But you have to realize that that sort of fun is fun at the expense of others. In that sort of situation, only one person is having fun. So there'll always be a better player than you. That's just a reality. I think that in Call of Duty, for example, everyone sort of just has gotten used to the idea of, we take turns getting beasted on. But Titanfall sort of says, why take turns getting beasted on when everyone can just have fun at the same time? So yeah, that is it with the video today. Those are my 5 reasons why I think that Titanfall will be like no other FPS game. If you guys have any questions for me, make sure to leave it in the comments section down below and I will address them either in the comments or in my next videos that are coming up. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed and I will talk to you later. Bye!